Oh, hello YouTube. Well, if any of you guys who were subscribed to my old channel can remember some of the stuff I used to do, I'm just going to show you this cool little pressure gauge hack that you can do involving, unfortunately I haven't got one at the moment, but a small little pager motor, a vibrating motor from out of an old mobile phone, you know, for like the vibration alert. Use one of those, and you can make it so it looks like the pressure gauge is running when obviously it's not. It's under pressure. It's a really simple thing to do. It just involves a hot glue gun, drilling a hole through the case. This obviously works better on a brass pressure gauge. If you're into steampunk and stuff, I mean, I won't lie, I'm into it. I think it's cool. I think the artwork and stuff is good in it, but yeah, that's a different thing. But with this, it's quite simple. You get your pressure gauge, preferably a brass case one. Unfortunately, I've only got a plastic one lying around at the moment. I've actually got two, but that one's got no needle in it. A shame, because it goes up to 100 psi. Would have probably been nice for the water boiler I've got outside, which I hope one day I will turn into a boiler for a small engine. Convert a two-stroke engine, but that's a different story. We'll see anyway. It depends if I can source an engine from somewhere. But yeah, this is simple to do. First of all, what you have to do is you have to remove the needle, which I've already done on this, so it makes it quite easy to do. The needle comes off. You then set it wherever you want. So I'm going to go for 150 psi. You've got to try. This is really tricky to do with one hand. You've got to try and position the needle on like that. I was a bit off. Doesn't matter. You put, like I say, you position it to where you want it to go, and it's a simple case of, on the back here, you've got an expansion tube which, as pressure builds up into that, it actually expands and causes it to bend outwards. Now you can't see it bending on this. Let me just change hands over. It's quite hard to do. I could do with a mount or something. You can see it bends, not much, but a little bit. And it's just enough for the mechanism to put stress on. See, as I lift it up, it makes the needle go up and down. And it's quite simple to do, really easy to do as well. Underneath this bit here, you just hot glue the little motor, or on top if you can, or over here somewhere, anywhere really you can do, or if you can, do it on the side so it's like that. Hot glue the small motor to the side, making sure you've got enough space for the weight to spin around on the end, and that gives you a cool effect like this. I'll try and demonstrate it. Yeah. You can see, like that. You can imagine the motor vibrates on that thing, so it causes the needle to vibrate. And that's really, really cool if you're doing, say, I don't know, a project, design project for school or something, or for college, or I don't know if you do that. You guys in America, I know you guys like to do projects like that for school projects and stuff. They don't really do it here that much in the UK, but well, they never did with me anyway. I wish they did, but they never did. And yeah, you can do some really cool little designs, and for the time it takes to do it, it's really easy. And obviously on the case, all you've got to do is just drill a small hole through the back, or if you're really, really good, for instance, well, this gauge isn't bottom mounted, but on this gauge here, all you would do with this is you would drill a small hole here. Pretend that the intake to the gauge, well, the gauge input is on the bottom like this one is here. you would just have that, and it'll be the same design inside where it's got the expansion tube going round. What you can do is you can drill straight through that and the expansion tube, so you get a hole right the way through the centre inside the pressure gauge. Now this is really good for the brass gauge types. And then if you're going to screw the gauge into something, say it was screwed into a panel like that, you can then run your wires through the inside and away from the outside of it. Also, you've got enough wires in there, enough space in there to run an LED into it or something, or a little incandescent light bulb. An incandescent light bulb through low voltage would look really good. You know, steampunk and whatnot. I don't know. Everyone's got their own different kinds of ideas on steampunk. Some people believe it is purely steam, but for me, I like to add a little bit of electricity to it. For instance, old valves, things like that. So we're just on the edge of sort of creeping into modern day technology, but it's still got a hint of steampunk there. That's what I kind of like. I think that looks really good. Old technology, you know, old valves or something. I'll tell you what would look good. If you could get the really small valves and light them, or light them from the underneath, and make it a cutout in the gauge, so you've got, you know, in the faceplate, so you could have two valves backlit with LEDs, you know, from the underside pointing up into the valve. That would look really good. Orange ones, or you could go blue, I suppose, but I always associate blue valves with them being overpowered. When I was a bad lad, when I was younger, I used to do it all the time. I ended up burning out no end. But yeah, different story. I'm not that bad anymore. I've come to respect old equipment and try and get it running again. But yeah, these two old, unfortunately, plastic gauges. They weren't really, I mean, okay, you could paint them a goldy colour, I guess, to make them look bronzy, but bronzy or brass, but you won't get the same effect out of them. But it's just a little quick thing I thought you could try out if you want to do it. Like I say, I did the same video on my old channel, but on my old channel I actually had a working product. If I could get hold of the little motor, I haven't even got any ancient mobile phones that's got vibrate on them anymore. I used to have loads of stuff like under my bed and whatnot, but as you can see, it's been cleared out quite a bit. I've got an inverter there, power supply for a computer, holding my bed up because the wood at the back, the wooden supports works, it is there, but at the back it's snapped off, so that's holding my bed up. I don't know, what have I got under there? I've got taxi radios, a couple of car CD players, laptop bags, old motherboard. That's an old Dell motherboard. Yeah, some fun stuff. Coin sorter there, that's quite cool. For UK coins, obviously. That's pounds, 1p's, 2p's, 50p's, 20p's, 5p's, 10p's. Yeah, good stuff. But yeah, computer desk is a bit of a mess. Had a friend give me a TriStar CB radio there, CB with AM, FM, upper sideband and lower sideband. It was a bit broken, but I got it fixed again. But it's all good. Well, it all works apart from the noise blanker on AM, but I ain't too fussed about that. We use FM over here in the UK. I don't know if America's the same, but I know back in the heyday of CBs it was all AM. Nowadays it's in the UK it's all FM. And to be honest, I'm not going to have much of a use of it. It's going to go in my car so I can talk back home to my brother who's not got a license yet for the old amateur there. Until he does, CB radio will do the job for us, so I can talk back to him. And my computer's decided to go to sleep, it sounds like. Yes, it has. I'll make it up. Yes. I think this video's gone on long enough. Thanks for watching. Kind of drifted off there at the last part, but oh well. I've got so many ideas, but not the funds to do it, unfortunately. The funds or the resources as of yet. The car's still off the road, unfortunately. Still waiting for the brake lines to come through. Been waiting now for 5 days. I'm going to miss my free retest, which is a shame. But hey ho, that's about it really. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll stick this gauge back together again. In fact, I may pinch the needle off that and put it on that one, and then try and calibrate it so it's reading an accurate pressure. So that's not a bad gauge. I have got a couple of others up here. Well, a very kind fellow on YouTube, on a well-known auctioning website, I sent him a message saying, have you got any old, pressure gauges that aren't very accurate anymore, ones that you just got lying around that you cannot get rid of? And I said, I'll pay for postage if you send me them, scrap value. Anyway, I've got just the things, and he sent me all of these gauges. This is about 4 or 5 years ago now, of all different kinds. And that one's nice, goes up to 100 psi, and I've actually tested that and it is accurate. It's actually a really nice accurate gauge, and it does bar as well, which is cool. So it's either that one that's going to go on the boiler, I think this one, because it's nice and do not use on oxygen service. Okay, what about steam? Probably get rusty. That doesn't matter, I'll probably get some more from somewhere. If not, I'll use this brass one and set that to, not that one, that one there. I mean, that one's not bad either, with it being 160 psi rated. I'm only going for low pressure, I'm not going for high pressure. You don't need much pressure with a steam engine. Not if you build them big anyway, we'll see. Oh, it's all in the future, I've got so many plans. Just haven't got the resources to do it with. I've got the time, I just haven't got the resources. I don't know. Unemployment, it's a terrible thing. Devil makes work for idle hands, they say. It's true. It is true. But, yeah. Heard nothing back from the garden centre yet, which is a shame. But, oh well. Trying to get a job at the garden centre. I've heard nothing back from them yet. That's 2 weeks ago, so I'm assuming that I've not got the job. I should really give them a phone call. But, oh well. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Rambling off a bit there, aren't I? I don't know. Peace out. Thanks for watching.